Is it blinking?
It's not blinking.
Okay, good. It's fine.
That would be really useful to know that it was being touched.
Well, it's the off button. And
Well, I just kept touching it.
check that out. That's fully what I said last time too. In the Sonic review, I was like, check that out. And then I cut it out the Wicked one, but I also was like, when I got on the pencil, I was like, check that.
It makes so much sense for you.
Lions.
They were great. I loved so much.
So many lions.
So many lions.
Only 2 were important.
No, 3 of them were.
Okay. This movie had a whole lot of people I didn't care about, and a few people that I did.
Who was in it?
The only one I really liked was Rafiki,
Really?
the monkey. Yeah. Also liked Pumbaa. That's because I liked Pumbaa in the original Lion King. They were both so relatable. Don't know how to talk to women. That was Scar. Scar can't talk to women. I can't talk to women. Don't know how to start a conversation for the life of me.
Go on.
Yeah, no, you. What is there to
No,
go on
I'm
about?
aware. Go on.
Girls are hard.
You say this as you've had a girlfriend before.
No,
Right.
that's never happened. I've never even talked to one.
Okay.
Goodies.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Yep.
That did remind me a lot of you. Watching that scene, I was like, wow, that's a Landon core.
Really?
Really?
Oh, wow. I didn't think I was ever that bad.
You were that bad when I first tried to talk to you.
I didn't want to talk to you back.
I know, that was the problem.
This part's getting cut out. Let's see how
No,
far.
leave that in, leave that in. Leave
Okay, we'll see how far we can stay on topic.
Great movie. Solid 9 out of 10 for me. I really liked it.
That
I
was
just hated...
Which I thought you hated it throughout the most
No,
of
I
it.
just hated that they betrayed each other. And then he got all mad.
Maritza hasn't seen The Lion King. Really, she's
Yes,
seen
I've
she's seen it. She's seen it, but really, she's watched 2 minutes of the entire movie and doesn't remember
I
anything
watched
from it.
a million years ago, and then I was like, oh, I should probably rewatch this before I watched this movie. Got really bored.
Really bored.
So I stopped
So
watching
bored.
it.
Didn't realize that the brother kid, Takar, whatever his name was before he turned to Scar, was gonna be Scar.
No, I did, and then I was like, no, that can't be true because they were such good friends, and I couldn't imagine.
You couldn't
them.
imagine the betrayal?
No,
The
I
betrayal
couldn't.
of being a fake person and, hey, I really like this girl, she's awesome. That's cool. I'm gonna
That was
take
so
her.
awful. That was terrible.
She fully forced it.
No, she didn't.
Is it blinking? Are you good?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Every time you start looking at it, I'm like, no, please work. Yeah, no, I mean, if I told... I don't have a brother. I don't know.
They were technically not brothers. What if you told who's your best friend?
Who's my best Brevin, which is my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. That's significantly worse.
Yeah, that would be significantly
Right.
worse. Yeah. But if I told Brevin, dude, love of my life, she's awesome, and he's like, that's cool. Check this out.
See, that was awful.
He didn't do that, though.
That's fully.
She was fully by the way, stop lying, I know it was you all along. And then he was like, no, maybe, yes.
That was so sad. He didn't. No, he got my nerves. That part got my nerves, and the fact that they didn't become best friends at the end again. There was no happy
No, they
ending.
never go back.
I know that now.
There isn't a happy ending. It's the
Which is
prequels to The
terrible.
Lion King. You know what happens in The Lion King? Scar kills Mufasa.
That's so sad.
They did the claw thing. They did and then he drops. And then he dies. But that didn't happen in this one. It happened twice. Also, in the very end, why does Mufasa know how to swim so well? He fully didn't know how to swim throughout the entirety of that
I thought
movie.
that's where he was gonna almost die. He did almost die.
He fell down a really big hole and didn't have any problems. And yet that big white lion fell down a little hill and hurt its head, and then it was down for 20 minutes. Scar fell down an entire mountain. He was absolutely fine. That was on the snow. I can pass that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sad that Mufasa's dad died because he was voiced by Keith David. I love Keith David. Donald Glover was in this. Yeah. I like those two guys. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool guys. Pretty good voices.
I liked the little kids at first. I liked their voices. I thought it was super fitting.
I
like their song too a lot.
He was British. Scar was British. No, hearing the I Always Wanted a Brother, all his A's were just ah.
Did you not like that song?
I didn't really care about any of the songs.
I think that was my favorite song. I really, really liked it.
That was the better one.
What was the worst one?
Rafiki's.
I don't
and I
remember him
loved
singing.
Rafiki.
I literally don't remember.
They
him
literally did.
singing.
It was in the canyon. He's like, if you guys do this by yourself, I mean, yeah, you'll be fast, but if we do it together, we're gonna get there slower, but we'll be together. That was fully the whole song.
When?
Yeah, it was when they
When
were
did
in the
that
canyon.
happen?
Right when Scar was like, dude, Mufasa, I like this lion girl. And he's like, that's cool. And then they sing the song.
Not there with you.
Maritza wasn't interested in this movie at all.
Yes, I was. I really liked it. But only the parts that I liked. You're fully like. Okay, anyways.
I thought I just saw somebody out the corner of my eye, just like right there. There wasn't anybody.
Why would you say that?
Because I heard something like bumping, but it was you tapping
Okay.
something. And I thought there was somebody knocking on my back window.
That'd be really unfortunate.
It'd probably be somebody I know.
That'd still be really unfortunate. That'd be terrifying.
Turn the lock on.
Right.
What else?
I really like the thing that I thought that was so funny.
Hmm?
That he couldn't talk to.
That
what's
he
her
couldn't
name?
talk to women?
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
I don't either.
She had a weird name I couldn't pronounce. If I
Starts with an
tried.
S. Right. That was
Yeah,
it.
no, that was fully her name.
That was it.
Big highlight was that that like when they were kids and they were just like running around, it's a little unfair because the son, like Scar, he knows the area, he knows the path to get to the tree faster.
Also, completely ignoring that, let's remember that he's been in the water for like who knows how long. And then he
I
was
know,
like
he
all of a
says
sudden
that.
like, yeah, right.
He
So
says
that
that.
was so unfair. That made me mad. That's the first
Well,
thing
they
I
didn't
thought
know.
of.
The dad didn't know. Dad didn't even give him a chance.
Well, he didn't care.
I hate people who aren't in my family. That was a group of incest lions.
Okay.
It fully
moving
was.
on.
You're telling me that he doesn't let a single lion from the outside world get in that group?
Moving on.
Where them cubs
Moving
coming
on.
from?
We're done. We're done.
There's some cross-eyed lions in that
We're done.
bunch.
We're done. We're done. I don't like that we're done. Anyways.
Yep. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yes, of course. Also, how did that one rainstorm turn into an entire ocean? Like, I thought that was a dream when he was like really deep in the water and then like surfaces and there's just water everywhere and he's besides the hippos. That was fully real. Like that whole land got flooded.
Yeah.
And he's just like under the water for the entirety, like just like the entire time there's the little line just like trying to gasp for air, and then he's just there. There's just an ocean now.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's a lot of rain for a
It
place
was a
that shouldn't
lot.
have any rain.
Well, there's a lot of rain.
Full on
A
drought.
lot of rain. I like that he found his mom again.
He did find
That
his
made me
mom.
super
I didn't think that was
happy.
gonna happen.
I know you told me. I asked you.
I thought they both died.
I didn't really care about his dad.
I loved his dad.
Well, you like the actor. You didn't like him.
I love Keith David.
It's Keith David.
Keith David, Dr. Facilier, Princess and the Frog, Sergeant Fry,
Really?
Modern Warfare 2. Yes. He's
I
everywhere.
didn't know that.
He's
I love
everywhere.
Princess and the
He's one
Frog.
of the few voices I can hear, and I'll be like, that's Keith David. I also heard that with Donald Glover.
He's Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is a rapper, an actor, writer. He did the show Atlanta. He's the rapper,
that is.
Childish Gambino. He was Simba.
Was he?
He was Simba. He was Simba in The Lion King from like a few years ago. Like the 2019 one.
Like the live action one?
Yeah, the live action one.
Let me look who else was.
And then he just does a whole lot. And Atlanta is one of my favorite shows, so I know him fairly well.
Who else was in that movie?
That's it. That's all I could
Really?
tell you. Shout out to James Earl Jones. What? Rest in peace.
Beyonce was in this movie.
Who was Beyonce?
She was Nala.
Who's Nala?
You can't make fun of me for not watching The Lion King and not know who Nala is.
I never said I knew the names.
Nala's Simba's like wife or whatever. At least I'm fairly certain. I'm not like I didn't watch the end of the movie, but they're supposed to get married.
Yeah. You know,
So
I watched The Lion King once when I was a wee little lad, and I probably watched it like one more time after that. It's not really been on my mind. Who else is in this? Was that Andrew Garfield?
Where do you say Andrew Garfield?
That's not Andrew Garfield. That's a completely different guy. It looked like Andrew Garfield.
These are a bunch of strangers.
See, Donald Glover. Beyonce, though.
Well, because she was in the other one.
What a performance. You said like 3 lines in that entire movie.
Well, she was she was in this one.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen. He was Pumbaa. I knew that one.
Who is Seth Rogen?
He's also another guy I hear everywhere. He's also an actor.
He's Spider-Man.
He was Miles' uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
He is the Prowler. Except for in the animated ones, he's not the Prowler.
Sad for that's the only one I care about.
That's the only one that's really been important in that movie. Yeah. I don't know
randoms.
any of those
I
other
don't
people.
either.
Like, who in the world is... One second. I'm sorry, Abdul Salis, but who are you? Who are you? Who's that person?
I think.
Was that the British kid?
I don't know which one was the British kid.
Are you
But I
trying to...
heard, I saw them singing this song.
You saw them.
Yeah, on TikTok. It was both of them singing the song. And I really like that song.
Guys, if you don't know whether to watch a movie, watch a bunch of TikTok edits.
Watch so many TikTok edits. Any kind of TikTok edit will continue to do
Before
anything.
TikTok gets banned in like a month.
Don't say that.
It's gonna happen.
No, it's not.
It's literally happening when Trump gets sworn in. It's like the first thing he's doing.
That's just not true.
It's very true.
That's just
I don't
not
know what
true.
to tell you. It's like
Not true, because I love that app.
your life's over in a few months is what I'm hearing.
My life will actually be over. Genuinely will be over, because what else will I scroll on?
So guys, watch The Lion King and form your own opinion. I give this movie a solid 6 out of 10. Not because it was bad, I thought it was good. I just don't think I'm ever really compelled to watch it again.
I feel like it doesn't justify a 6 out of 10.
The 4 points are for the fact that I'm never gonna watch this movie. Like I didn't
That's
like
a lot.
I didn't like the songs. There's a lot of
None
people.
of them?
There's a lot of characters. I didn't care about any. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you a single bit of how those songs went.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't either, except for I've Always Wanted a Brother.
Is that even the name of the song?
Or at least it is.
I didn't like a few of the characters, like the
didn't
white
you like?
like the white guy, the white.
Well, you're not supposed to like him. He's like the
No,
villain.
but he wasn't even like a fleshed out character. He was just like, I am the king.
I am king.
Also, I didn't like Scar's dad, but that was because he was just a bum.
I was wanted a brother. That is what it's called.
There's fully 5 songs in this movie.
Oh, which one was this one?
Bye Bye was the one by the white line, and I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
That one made me laugh so much because I wasn't expecting him to start singing.
When Mufasa fell down that huge hole, and the lion looks down the hole, he's like, bye bye. I was like, oh, it's so hard, it's so tough. This is the hardest lion to ever walk the prairie. Also, I felt like this movie was pretty predictable, honestly. Mostly because I've seen The Lion King, but also, I mean, at the end when they turn that random mountain into Pride Rock, I saw that coming
Really?
pretty far ahead. Yeah.
I didn't think that was so cool. I was like, wow.
Well, I saw they're looking at the tree, and I was like, well, in The Lion King, the tree's literally right there from the rock. So I mean, that mountain's gonna turn into the rock. Rafiki fishing, best part of the movie for me. It seriously was.
You didn't like this movie.
I didn't like a lot in this movie, but the few things I really liked, which was Rafiki.
Well, that's really unfortunate for you.
Yeah,
Sorry, you sat there for 2 hours long and didn't like this movie.
I was fine. I was absolutely fine.
I like this movie.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
No, it wasn't. You literally didn't like it.
6 out of 10.
It's
That's still
a 9
good. That's
out
still
of
good.
10.
6 out of 10
8
is
out of
still
10.
good.
Wait, what did I rate Sonic? Because it was not better than Sonic.
You rated Sonic a 9 and 8 a 7. You kept going down. And you didn't even rate what Wicked was.
Wicked was an 8 out of... I was really lost, apparently. I was also fully half asleep watching that movie.
You were
I
asleep.
was so tired.
If you guys were wondering, for me, Wicked was was a solid 7.
You liked The Wicked more than this?
I like The
That's
Wizard
terrible.
of Oz more than The Lion King.
Well, that's just not what this is.
Exactly.
It's the prequel.
I have a bias right now. Both of them were prequels.
I know. It's kind of sad.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I love him. I love this one song that I remember.
You wrote sleepy songs this movie.
What?
You wrote what you thought were probably great songs.
And they were great songs.
Maybe you just didn't get paid enough.
The whole world disagrees with you. These are great songs.
I don't even care. Encanto, whatever it said.
Hated that movie.
Dumb songs from Lin-Manuel Miranda. Can't say his name. Hamilton. I'm a history buff. I don't even like the Hamilton that much.
You don't like Hamilton?
I like the King.
I love Hamilton.
Mini Hamilton review. Landon's two favorite characters were Aaron Burr and the King, the two main antagonists of the
Let me
entire
tell you who
play.
I hated. Thomas Jefferson with every bone in my body.
Yeah,
but
he
I
sucks.
hated him even in history class in 8th grade when we learned about him. I just like hated learning about him. Like,
Really?
Yes, he was awful. Awful person.
Almost everybody in that movie is not movie. Like everybody in history has been an awful part.
Right, but something about Thomas Jefferson really irked me.
There's barely any good people. We got like 3 good people. We got Abraham Lincoln,
Right.
MLK.
Right. One more. I would say so.
Guys, we're on track.
Right. It's also been 20. I never feel like these are that long. And then I look up, I'm like, why are we talking for 20 minutes?
There's so many thoughts.
There are so many things.
We haven't talked about the Lion King for like the last 4 minutes, but like. Also, speaking of the Lion King, why were we doing so many close-ups with their faces? I liked Rafiki a whole lot until we did a really close-up to his face, and he was like staring into my soul. The bird, when he was singing, he had his beak open wide. I didn't want to see the back of his throat. I didn't want to see his little dangly thing, whatever it's called, couldn't tell you. But he had like, I didn't want to see the back of his throat. I didn't want to look deep into Scar's eyes. That was like the Paddington shot. In the trailers, Paddington goes to Peru was shown, and at the very end, he's like very deadpan. Like, I didn't care about that, but like
I cared about that. I hated that.
I didn't
I thought he was so cute, and then he like got up really close, and I was like, pro score. I didn't like that.
give him a hard stare.
And I hated that. Let's
So-
never do that again.
so
Let's
angry.
never do that again. I also don't care about Paddington, so.
Guys, watch my solo Paddington goes to Peru review coming out soon.
In when does it come out? March? I think March.
No idea. I
March
was
of
not paying attention.
2025.
I was not paying attention. What I did pay attention to was that Dogman 31st.
Dogman 31st.
Yeah.
So soon.
Yeah.
You'll be 18 watching a Dogman movie.
We don't need to talk about that.
Sorry. I was like, wow, that's after your birthday.
It is after my birthday, but like the thing is like there'll probably be like a billion other 18-year-olds watching Dogman.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah. Dogman's a 18-year-old icon. If
Right.
you're 18, you're digging the Dogman. I'm early on the wave because I'm 17 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, after the 24th, dig in Dogman.
You fully told me you haven't read a Dogman book. You only read the first one.
I read the first 3
You only read the first 3.
Yeah.
I think I did.
because I had no idea there was more, and if I knew there was more, I would have been
more.
on it. What was Petey doing in Little Petey
He was fresh.
and the other ones, whatever their names were? Dogman, Petey, Little Petey, Chief Commissioner
Chief,
guy.
Yeah.
Dogman had a sidekick. That was Cat Kid. Never mind. That was Petey.
What was the fish's name?
There was a fish.
Yeah.
I don't remember a fish
There's a fish. I forgot his name.
in the movie. That fish, he's gonna play probably a small role.
I don't know. He was a big character.
Was he a big fish?
No, he was this little fish.
Okay, he sounds like a small fish.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty small.
He was a small fish, but big character. They used to teach you how to draw, like, on the back, and then I would like draw Petey. In the back
I've
of the
never read this
books.
book that we're talking about right now. None of my
What in the
Dogman
back?
books had like an activity thing.
Really?
Yeah. Think
So
about-
many of
Think
mine
about
did.
the boring Dogman books.
You did too, or unless they were just like later. But they would, if you like looked to the back of the book, it would show you how to draw one of the characters.
So there's the light, going like you can see it in the video. It's like, oh, I got a green nose. I lost it. You see?
You're like 5 sometimes.
No. I'm 17. I'm 18.
Not your best look right now.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm doing just fine.
You should cut this out.
You know what? I'll keep that in, but I'll keep the you should cut this out part. I'll keep that part in.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Right.
Yeah. I think we've extended the Lion King
Right, I
talk.
forgot that we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Solid!
There was a whole 8 hours cut out. It's it's like 2 in the morning right now. Six out of 10.
I don't know anymore. Solid. 8 out of 10? 7 out of 10? I don't know.
Bump down from the 9.
Yeah, because then I started thinking. I was like, wow, this movie is actually really
When
dumb.
you start thinking, you think a lot of movies are worse than they are. You thought a lot of when Sonic was on.
I loved
We
Sonic
went
so
from- we
much,
went
and
from-
then, well, you kept ruining it for me. You were like, blah, blah,
Because
blah,
why
blah,
didn't
blah.
they do certain things?
Right, but sometimes when I want my rating to be a 9 out of 10 and you just like keep talking, it makes me really sad. Because I wanted to love Sonic.
You know what made me really sad?
What made you really sad?
Scar watching Mufasa and the girl falling in love.
That was terrible.
I know.
That's
you
what
had
made
a-
me hate the movie.
You had a look of shock on your face. Like, you had, like, disgust
Well, like,
on
I knew
your
it was
face.
gonna happen, but I can't believe anyone would ever do that. Like, how terrible of a person you are.
There are lions.
How terrible of a lion you are.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you're awful.
Do not tell Daniel Tiger about this. What other famous lion? Alex?
Who's Alex?
Don't tell Alex the lion.
Who the heck is
Madagascar.
Madagascar. I haven't watched this in forever either, but I love those penguins. I
like the
cried.
penguins.
Did you ever watch the penguin movie?
Yes.
I cried.
You cried during the
Full
penguin movie?
tears, yeah.
What part?
I don't remember, but maybe it was towards the end. Like, I don't think I've ever cried that much of a kids movie. Like, that was the saddest. I don't remember how sad it was.
I don't remember
heartwarming.
anything sad.
There was something in that movie that I was like fully crying. I need to rewatch it. Great, great movie. 10 out of 10.
I agree, but I have no idea what part
I
could
think
make
it
you
was
cry.
like towards the end where they like, I don't know if it was like a heartwarming thing or if it was a sad thing.
I can't think of a single sad moment in this
I
movie.
also barely remember that
Private
movie.
like goes through like a horrible
Yeah.
mutation.
But I think
and
at
then they
the
accept
end
him.
they're just I think that was it for
That
me.
was it?
I think so. But I don't remember. I really need to rewatch that.
Dave. I remember the villain's name and everything. Penguins stuck in my brain. Like when they fall down from the plane and the cargo ship and they're like falling down to Africa. That stayed in my head.
What a great movie.
I've only watched two Madagascar movies, and I've watched Penguins.
Penguins is great. I love their little, what did he say? He's like just smile and wave boys.
Smile and wave,
Smile and
boys.
wave, boys.
Smile and wave.
That was perfect. I love those penguins.